Hello there everybody. What can I say? This is a Q&A call and general update video. Now this may go on for some time, so I'll get the important stuff out of the way first. The last time I did a Q&A video on this channel was I believe at the end of 2014, and that was nearly 3 years ago. I am going to do it again. Now, it's going to be a little bit different this time in one major respect. The last time I did a Q&A video on this channel, I tried to keep it more or less related purely to the things that I film, so buses, lifts, level crossings, and the things like that. Basically, the things that I film on my channel, and I wanted questions related to that, what's my interest in that. And I still want that this time round. I still want you to ask questions about my interests, because ultimately, that's kind of the point. Ow. Of running a Q&A call in the first place. But this time I'm also going to open it to some more general questions. Honestly, nothing rude and nothing too personal, but just some other stuff though that you might have wanted to know about me that you maybe haven't had the opportunity to ask me. Well, now's your chance. So the other thing that I am going to also do is I'm going to look at some of the questions that I answered in my last Q&A 3 years ago, because some of the answers to those questions might have changed since then. So I will also go back and look at some of those questions. Now, the date. Now, I don't have a set date for when I'm going to do the Q&A. It's basically going to be a case of when I've got enough questions, I will do it. But there is a deadline. I'm going on holiday in November, and I'll talk about that in a minute as part of the general update. And I want to have the Q&A done before then. So I go away on the 18th of November. So I want to have that Q&A done before the 18th. Now, there are a few ways that you can get these questions to me. The first, foremost, and easiest way is in the comment section of this video. If you do want to leave a question for my Q&A on one of my other videos, go ahead, but make sure that you let me know that it's for the Q&A. Otherwise, leave a comment on this video. I'm also going to be putting up a post in the official Elevator Enthusiast group on Facebook and getting some questions through there. And the other way that you can get questions to me is via a private message. So sometimes when we do these Q&As, people don't always want to be known. Sometimes people would rather remain anonymous. You can do that by sending me a question via a private message, either on YouTube. To do that, you just go onto my channel, and then you go onto then you click on About, and then there should be a thing on the right hand side if you're on a computer that says Send Message, and you just click on that and you send me a message. Or if you're referring to the one, or you can send me a personal message on Facebook. Note, I don't accept friend requests from Elevator Enthusiasts on Facebook. I have had this thing. I just want to say this. My Facebook account is that I use in the official Elevator Enthusiasts group is actually my personal Facebook account. I don't accept Facebook friend requests from other bus enthusiasts and from other elevator enthusiasts that I've never met in person. So I only accept friend requests from people I know. Otherwise, you can talk to me you can still talk to me on Facebook via Messenger, on Facebook Message. You can also talk to me on YouTube, and you can talk to me in the elevator groups or in the bus groups. So that for that as well. Oh, that's the other thing. I'll also be putting a Q&A call in the bus groups on Facebook as well, because I want some bus questions. Anyway, so that's the Q&A, and I want those questions as soon as possible so I can get this Q&A done. Now, I mentioned a holiday. This is where the general update comes in. So at the end of last week, I finished my first year at university. Hooray! apart from one final essay which is due in tomorrow, and also my philosophy exam in a couple of weeks' time, but never mind that. So what am I going to be doing with myself over the next few months other than trying to find a job, which is obviously important because I still haven't found one. Well, next week is supposedly the last week of the trolley buses, unless the new Labour government suddenly steps in and stops that from happening. It should be the last day of the trolley buses next Tuesday, so I'm going to go into Wellington for that. So that will mainly be bus-related stuff that I do next week rather than lift hunting. I mean, I went lift hunting in central Wellington last week, and I think I got 4 videos out of that. I think, yeah, I did. I filmed 4 lifts, and also I even filmed the trolley bus as well. So it will mainly be buses for that trip. Otherwise, I mentioned holidays. In the middle of November, I'm going to Samoa for a week. This obviously won't be a big filming holiday. There will be a couple of airliner videos out of it. Flying Air New Zealand, so I'll be flying on the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. Yes, looking forward to that. And also the Airbus A320, because we'll be flying to Auckland first. There'll be maybe... there's the overnight hotel in Auckland, should have a lift. The place I'm staying in, Samoa, I don't think has one. Samoa is not the most developed country in the world. I don't think Samoa has that many lifts. I mean, I don't know, I've never been there. And there won't be a lot of bus on, so it's not going to be a big filmy holiday. So, but the big filmy holiday is coming, because after Christmas, in January, I'm going to Auckland for a week. We're going to be driving there, God help us, to Howick in Auckland, and we'll be staying in a holiday home, so no hotels this time, it'll be a holiday home, just like when I went to Napier last year, really. So, and I'm really looking forward to that. So that will be certainly bus photography. I don't know about bus filming, because we will have the car with us, unless we decide to use public transport to go into the central city, but I really don't know. But there'll definitely be some lift filming for that trip. So, and I'm really looking forward to that as well. And also, the last time I was in Auckland was in 2013. I'm now 19, so I'm now older and more responsible. So I'm able to bugger off and go places by myself a little bit more, have a little bit more freedom, yeah, as well. So that's that. The other thing is I'm still currently learning to drive. I've got my own car now. I'm still on the learner's license. I'm still learning. I'm hoping to be taking a driving test very, very soon. And if I pass, or if I pass a driving test soon, then hopefully I'll be able to start driving to places rather than being reliant on public transport, which means I'll be able to get to more places to film lifts. Because at the moment, I'm very constrained on where I can go lift filming, because I need public transport to get there. And as much as I love travelling on buses, it's very expensive, and I can't afford to keep using my Snapper cards or my Malabus cards. So yeah, so I am looking forward to being able to drive to places. I'll still be using public transport and riding on buses, so there's no doubt about that. And in fact, while we're on the subject of buses, obviously we've got the end of the trolley buses. We've got some Scania buses that are coming down from Auckland, both Kiwi Bus Builders and Designline, neither of which type I've ever been on before, and I'm looking forward to getting on board those and getting some videos for you, because Scania buses are some of my absolute favourites, so I'm really looking forward to that. And also, next year, the public transport network in Wellington changes over, and we've got the new operators. Now, I know some of the new buses that will be coming to Wellington. I'm not allowed to tell you all of them, because some of this is company sensitive information, but I am allowed to tell you that there will be a number of Optare Metro cities coming, which have never been to New Zealand before. And also some electric buses, both single deck and double deck. Yes, we're getting double deckers in Wellington next year. Exciting. Which will be bodied by Kiwi bus builders and the electric stuff will be coming from China. And that's all. I am allowed to tell you that because it's already been released to the press, but I can't tell you anything else that the bus companies are buying. Those Optares and electric buses will be going to transit. So with these bus changeovers, expect a lot more of my bus compilations coming soon. Bus compilations are the things where I stand on the side of a road and film buses going along the road basically. So yeah. Now the other thing is, so the reason why that will be is, firstly, I want to capture as many shots as I can of the network that we have now, while it still exists, while we still have all these Mana liveries and Go Wellington and Valley Flyer liveries on the roads. And then next year, next July, when it all changes over and we get Metlink livery and new buses, I'll be going out again and filming more bus compilations for that. Now, obviously, I recently just uploaded my third Porirua bus compilation with all the Howicks we've got. Don't know whether or not I'll do another Porirua one before the network changes, because I'm not expecting there now to be yet many more changes to the bus fleet in Porirua now before the changeover. I've also done one in Kapiti, and that's the same story. I'm not expecting many changes. I did do Sunday bus spotting at Queensgate a couple of months ago, and I am planning on hopefully soon, within the next few weeks, doing a trip to the Hutt Valley, and I will probably be filming another bus compilation there, because I want to film on a weekday when there should be more buses on the roads, and hopefully there'll be some other types of buses out. In fact, I got incredibly lucky that day that there was a MAN 17223 out, because those don't always get out on a weekend, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to film some other buses that day when I go on a weekday, you know, some more of the 1990s buses and some of the other rarer vehicles that Valley Flyer doesn't have many of should hopefully be running, and I'll hopefully be able to get some footage of those. And also I'll be doing another one in the central city at some point. There is a tribute video to the trolley buses coming soon, which will technically be a bus compilation, and I'm going to do another one later, maybe the beginning of next year, when all of these ex-Auckland buses have entered service, because I think it would be nice to feature them in a compilation as well. Right, so I think that's everything now. This has ended up being quite a long video, because I've had a lot of things to say. Sorry if I sound a bit odd, I am eating a mint, because it stops my mouth going dry. Sometimes when I record these long videos, I mean, you'll have noticed this if you watch my other channel, the Alex Vlog. If I make these long videos and I talk for extended periods, my mouth just goes all dry and I just start coughing and spluttering, and it's horrible. So often I have a drink handy, or I suck on a mint while I'm making a video, and it stops that from happening. It's a heck of a lot more pleasant for you guys, the viewers, I'll tell you that. So that's kind of where we're at for now. That's the next few months sorted out while I'm off uni. Oh, a couple more, I forgot. Wellington Airport, the new car park should be opening in December, not November, so it probably won't be open by the time I go to Samoa, but hopefully by December. I think I should be going to the airport anyway to meet. I think I've got more. I'll probably have relatives over during Christmas again, so hopefully sometime in December that new car park will be finished. I'll be able to film the lifts in there. I don't know what they are. I'm assuming that they're probably going to be Schindler, because most things are. And the other thing is, hopefully by the time I go back to uni next year, the new building will be open. If you've been following on the official Elevator Enthusiasts group, it's not called the Gateway building anymore. It's now called the Titoki Arata building, which is the Maori name, and that's going to have new Otis lifts in it, which will be maintained by Kone, but the lifts were installed by Otis because apparently Otis were cheaper. And also hopefully the lifts in the library will eventually start getting fixed next year. So there will still be more Victoria University lift videos coming out next year as more work gets done at the uni campuses. Yeah, so that was the last thing I forgot to mention. There was those few lifts. So that's the next few months set out, my holidays, the trips out I want to do, the bus compilations I want to film, and also the Q&A call. So please don't forget about those Q&As. Remember, you can submit Q&As in the comment section on this video. You can submit via the post I put up on Facebook, or you can send me a private message. If you send me a private message and you want to remain anonymous, let me know so I don't read out your name in a video accidentally. So yeah, also if you leave me a comment on Facebook and you want me to say your YouTube username rather than your actual name, also let me know. And let me know what your YouTube username is, because I'm not always likely to know it. So yeah, so that's it. The Q&A, the next few months set out. That's what I'm going to be doing, and that's the way it's going to be. So that's it for now, guys, and I'll see you next time.